This
Yeah.
conference will now be recorded.
Good morning. Today we are discussing about PLSQL. What is PLSQL? It is a procedural language. In this language, we will write programs. As a part of program, we will also use SQL queries. Again, PLSQL is a procedural language. By using PLSQL, we are writing programs. Program means collection of statements. In those statements, according to our requirement, we will also write SQL queries. So what is the necessity of a program? According to everyday business activities, what is the necessity of a program? Here I want to explain. Let us see, suppose if you want to register or if you want to open Facebook account. How to open Facebook account? First, type your address in the web page. Listen, I am the user, so I am interacting with web page. So type your web page address www.facebook.com. The page opened. Okay, now I am a new user, so I will go for create an account. So here I will submit first name, surname, mobile number, password, date of birth, gender value, and sign up. See how many values you are giving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 values you are submitting to open the Facebook account. So who am I? I am a user. The user is interacting with web page. Yes, the user is interacting with web page. How many values I am submitting? First name, last name, mail ID or username, password, date of birth, and gender. At last, I am selecting sign up. This is the option I am selecting at last. Okay. Once you submitted these 6 values and hit OK. If you hit sign up, then the request is passed to web server. The request is passed to web server. So in the web server, there are some Java programs or .NET programs or Python programs. Okay, in the web server, one of the program, maybe Java program or Python program or .NET program, receiving our request in the web server. Okay. Once data received by web server, the request is passed to database server. The request is passed to database server. So at last you will understand why we are discussing all these things. Okay, okay, last one is database server. Hold on. This is a database server. So within the database server, somebody receiving my request. Somebody is receiving my request. Who is that somebody? What is registration process? I am giving some details. That details are saved under backend database server. This is called as database server, DB server. Database server contains data in the form of table. Database server is having data in the form of tables. Okay, what is this table? The table name is customer table. What is the table name? Customer table. Okay, into customer table, who is inserting my data? So this is called as a customer table. Okay, I am registering. So my information should be inserted into the table. Listen carefully guys here. How to insert data? How to insert data? By using insert command. But here, are you writing any insert command here? You are not writing any insert command. Then how the information will be inserted into the table? So up to last session, we have written so many queries. Is there any query saved? Not saved in the database. By default, query is not saved under database. If the query not saved, how the information will be inserted? So there is a program. Your request is received by a program. So let me take it as a database program. What is program? Collection of statements. Listen. So inside program, okay, let me take like this. Within the program, inside program, there is a statement. What is the statement? Insert statement. Insert into customer table, and here values, and there are some values. What are the values you submitted? F name, first name, surname, something like a date of birth, gender. These are the values you are submitting. So these values will be inserted into which table? These values are inserted into which table? Customer table. Okay. So the data finally inserted. These values are inserted into this table. This is the registration process in online. You can register for any business internally. Business registration, it is one business activity. Money withdraw, one business activity. Money deposit, business activity. Pay the bill in online, business activity. Change my mobile number, old mobile number with new mobile number. It is also business activity. For each business activity, we should write a program like this. We must write a program like this. This program is for which purpose? Registration purpose. So some other program for withdraw, some other program to cancel the registration. I hope you understand. Okay, so if you do anything in online, the request is passed to web server. From web server, the request is passed to database server. In the database server, so many database programs. That database programs are performing your business activity. So how to write a program like this? So what are the business activities? Just now we discussed one of the business activity, registration process. So another one is changing profile details. Another one, withdraw money. And other one is cancel my registration, cancel my account. These are called as sample business activities. For each business activity, we should write a program. How to write a program? By using PLSQL. So it is also a language, but here we are writing some procedures. Procedure is nothing but a program. Procedure is nothing but a program. The program is saved under database server. Now, what are the advantage? What is a program? How to define? See, program is a collection of statements. Program is a collection of statements, means programming statements, and also SQL queries. Next, how to define SQL? Actually, what is SQL? SQL is a collection of commands, keywords, syntax rules. Commands, keywords, syntax rules, and classes, operators, objects, functions. Similarly, PLSQL, how to define a PLSQL? PLSQL is a collection of user-defined objects. PLSQL is a collection of user-defined objects like programs. In the PLSQL, what are the objects? Programs, procedures, functions, triggers, packages, types, and etc. That is PLSQL. Again, I am repeating, PLSQL is a collection of UDF, user-defined objects. Predefined objects, user-defined objects. Here we are talking about user-defined objects like programs, procedures, functions, triggers, packages, and etc. Why are you writing a program? To perform a business task. Remember, to perform at least one business task. Why we are creating a program? Normally, query is not saved in the database server. Query is not saved under database server by default. But registration process means we should insert data. To insert data, we need insert query. But insert query not saving under database server. So what should we do? In the form of program, we will save insert query within the database server. Now, what are the advantages of PLSQL programs? See, query, there is a single statement. At a time, you will write only one query. But here, you are writing programs. Here, you are writing programs. Program means collection of statements. In that statements, you can also write a collection of queries. Okay, program writing completed. If you execute a program, all queries in the program executed at a time. So multiple queries can be executed parallelly in the form of a program. The benefit is One query executing at a time means one-time communication. 10 queries executing, 10 communications. 100 queries executing, 100 communications. Communication is 100 times. But all these 100 queries in a single program, and you are executing the program at a time. So to execute one program, there is one-time communication. But how many queries executing? 100 queries are executing. So number of times communications are decreasing means performance is increasing. Next, modularity. What is modularity? Dividing a very big program into small programs. There is a task. To complete the task, we should write a large program. Sometimes it is complicated. Then what we have to do? Divide that program into simple programs. Collectively, all these programs collectively finally doing the task. So dividing a module or dividing a task into subtasks, that is called as modularity. Enhanceability. What is enhanceability? Enhanceability means, suppose today you have written one program. Tomorrow I want to change some logic in the program. Tomorrow, according to my requirement, we want to make some changes in the program. So making changes to the old programs, that is called as enhanceability. Reusability means create a program one time, but you can execute it any number of times. You are writing program once only, one time, but you can execute the program any number of times. That is called as reusability. Hope you understand, guys. Now, PL/SQL programs are divided into two categories. One is anonymous blocks. Another one is subprograms. Again, one type of programs are known as anonymous blocks. The programs that are not saved in the database server. The programs that are not saved under database programs, those are called as anonymous blocks. And the programs which are permanently saved under a database server, those are called as subprograms. First, we are discussing about anonymous blocks. See, what is anonymous block? It is a program that is not saved in the database server. Generally, anonymous blocks are useful here. Anonymous blocks we will write here. See, I want to little bit extend my explanation. Listen carefully. In the web server, the request is received by one Java program. Okay. One Java program. Inside Java program, there is an anonymous block. Anonymous block. What it will do? It will make a call to database program. It is making a call to database program. Then database program will be executed. So anonymous blocks only useful to make a call to subprograms. Anonymous blocks are useful to make a call to subprograms. Anyway, how to write anonymous block? What is the structure of a program? This is the structure. Your program is beginning with declare keyword. That is optional, but your program beginning with declare keyword. Next, begin block, exception block, at last end keyword. Again, I am repeating. Anonymous block contains declare block, begin block, exception block, and program is ending with the keyword end. So in this structure, which blocks are compulsory? Begin, end. Without begin and end, there is no program at all. So begin and end compulsory. Next, declare, it is optional. Exception, it is also optional. Again, I am repeating, what is the structure of your program? The program structure is beginning with declare keyword. This is called as declare block, begin block, exception block, end keyword. How to compile and execute a program? To compile and execute, after typing the complete program, come to new line. In the new line, type slash and hit enter. Type slash and hit enter to execute a program. First, we are discussing about declare block. Declare block, it is useful to declare variables. It is useful to declare variables. What is a variable? Variable is a temporary name. Each name is useful to store a value. Again, I am repeating. Declare block is useful to declare variables. What is a variable? Variable is a name. It's a temporary name. Names are generally useful to hold a value, to store a value. So why we need the variable? We are storing values in the table. Then why we need variables in the program? Listen carefully, guys. See, in this diagram, I want to extend this diagram again. Listen carefully. How many values you are sending here? 3, 4, 5, 6. Your program is already available under database server. See, in your normal system or at any time, suppose this is your system. You want to check some information in the bank account. Immediately, you will open web page, type your bank account, bank address, and verify your details. Once your work was completed, are you closing this web page? Yes. What is a web page? It's a web application. You are using web application for temporary. Means any application within the system run temporarily, installed permanently, but always execute temporarily. Remember, suppose I am using GoToMeeting. After our session, I will close the GoToMeeting. What is GoToMeeting? It's an application. For our class purpose, we are using application. Once our class was completed, we are closing the application. So any application run temporarily. Remember, Similarly, according to my registration process, I need this program. The program I need temporarily. Program permanently saved under database server, but program should be run under buffer memory. Program will be opened under a buffer memory. Remember, this is called as program buffer. So many people don't know all of these points. I know that. Even so many trainers not ready to explain all these things also. See here, there is a buffer. Buffer means temporary memory. The application, according to my request, the database application run under buffer area. Buffer is a temporary memory. Listen, why we are discussing this point? Why are you declaring variables? What is a variable? Variable is a name. What is the purpose of variable? To store a value temporarily. Why are you storing the value temporarily? See, here you are giving 6 values. 6 values are giving to web server, means Java program take that 6 values temporarily, and that 6 values are sent to database program. Database program also hold that 6 values temporarily. Compulsory, it should store that values temporarily. These are the 6 values. Okay, how to identify each value in the buffer? In the web page, there are some headings are there. Okay, I can identify. But in the program, how to identify a value in the buffer? By using variable name. By using variable name. I hope you understand, right? Or otherwise, I will extend the diagram like this. Just a moment. Here, there is a program buffer. In this buffer, the program is executing. The program is executing. Here, we have some, we need some location names. What are the location names? FN, next LN, last name or surname, whatever it is, DOB. And similarly here, I am giving username, PSWD, last one is gender. These are the variables. For each variable, temporary memory reserved. This is called as buffer area. Temporary memory reserved for each variable. Okay, how many values coming from end user? 6 values. That 6 values saved under these 6 locations. See, now insert command is taking FN value, that is inserted into table. Something surname or last name inserted into table. DOB value is also taken. Gender value also it is taking. Understand my point? Whenever insert command is executing, insert command is taking values from that variables. It is taking values from that variables, that values inserted into table. Hope you understand why we are declaring variables. For the program execution, the variable values are useful. If you want to store values temporarily, we should declare variables. where we will declare, in the declare block, we will declare variables. And these variables values are useful for program execution. How to declare variables? Syntax: variable name, data type, size. Variable name, data type, size. Simple. Column name, data type, size. Column name, data type, size. Same as variable name, data type, size. So here, sample declarations. This is about declare block. Next one, begin block. Begin block contains three types of statements: assignment statements, output statements, and finally data processing statements. Assignment statements, output statements, and data processing statements. What is the use of assignment? So assignment statements are useful to store values into variables. Assignment statements are useful to store values into variables. See, you are getting some values. That values will be saved into variable. How to store? By using assignment operator. By using assignment statements. You can store values in two ways. First one, using assignment operator, and also by using select query. First, assignment operator. Variable name is equal to value. Variable name, this is assignment operator, value. Value saved into variable. So after assignment operator, you can write a value. You can also write expression. You can also write function calling statement. Anything is valid. Suppose this is the value. The value saved into variable. Next, we can store or we can assign a value by using select query also. So what is the purpose of select? Selecting data from table. So selecting values from these columns. That values selected into program. In the program, the values should be saved into variable. Again, the values selected from table. Okay. The values saved into variables. So the values selected from columns saved into these variables. Into is a keyword to save your column value into the variable. Next, output statement. See, this is also important. See, once all end user values inserted into table. Assume that all end user values, whatever the values given by him, saved into table. Once saved, there should be some responses there or not. Compulsory, we have to give some response. What is the response? What is the response we have to give? Registered successfully. So compulsory, that message passed to web server. Again, that message passed to web page. What is the message? Registered successfully. Are you displaying a message or not? How to display a message? How to display a message? By using output statement. By using output statement in every language, there is one output and input statements. For example, C language, printf is a statement to display output. In C++, cout, and in Java, system.out.println. In Unix or Linux, echo. So every language is having one output statement that is called as, that is useful to display a messages or to display variable values. Output statements are useful to display messages and also to display variable values. Oracle is providing a predefined output statement that is called as dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. It is useful to display messages or to display variable value. To display messages or to display variable value. Messages compulsory specify under single quotes. Messages to be specified under single quotes. Next, data processing statement. Data processing statement is nothing but any SQL query inside program. You are writing here, come to here. In this diagram, within the program you are writing insert query. That insert query is called as data processing statement. Data processing statement. This is called as program buffer. So here I want to write some points. Okay, at the end of the class I will write. Okay, data processing statements are nothing but any SQL query under program. Next, exception block. First block, declare block. Second block, begin block. Third block, exception block. Exception block is useful to handle errors. How to handle? In the upcoming sessions you will understand. Again I'm repeating. Exception block is useful to handle errors. And last keyword is end. End keyword is indicating end of your program. How to compile and execute? Slash. If you want to maintain comment lines within a program, if you want to maintain single line comments, the line should be beginning with dash dash, hyphen hyphen. Then this line is a comment line. Comment lines cannot be executed. Only for making a program as developer friendly. Writing a program as developer friendly, we will maintain comments. Next, if you want to make multiple lines as comments, if you want to make multiple lines as comments, then use this. Just put your multiple lines in between these two symbols. Put multiple lines in between these two symbols. So what is the structure of your program? Structure of your program beginning with declare keyword. Under declare block, begin block. Under begin block, exception block. Under exception, end keyword. Declare and exception, both are declare and exception, both are, what are they? Optional. If you need them, then only use them. Otherwise, you can skip them. Let me show you how to write a sample program. First, connect to database. What is say SQL plus Dinesh7/welcome@orclpdb. Connected. Once connected, immediately execute this statement. Set server output on. Before writing any program, write this statement. Set server output on. Why? If you don't use this, then program cannot display any output. See guys, I am making it as a comment line. Comment line not executed, you know that. I did not execute set server output on. Directly, I want to write a program. Write a program to display welcome message. Welcome message. See, to display message, I need output statement. Output statements we will write under begin block. So I need begin block. I need output statement and I need begin block. I don't need declare block. I don't need exception block. So start your program from begin. What is the output statement? dbms_output dot put_line within the brackets. Write your message in single quotes. Welcome to PL SQL programming. That is the message I want to see. Now, end of my program. I don't need declare block. I don't need exception block. Enter. After end keyword, if you hit enter, it is not executing. So use slash. What it is saying? PL SQL procedure successfully completed, but PL SQL procedure successfully completed, but here is the output. Where is the response from the program? The target is display the welcome message. That target you are missing. Why? Program executed but output not received because you did not executed this. That's why compulsory execute set server output on. Spool file, users, Dell, desktop, PLSQL, day1.txt. What we need to execute? Set server output on. This one. First execute this. And then write your program. Begin. dbms_output dot put_line. Write your message. Welcome to PLSQL programming. End of your program. Use slash. See the difference between this program and this program. At the end of the second program, you are receiving the output because of this statement. Set server output on. It will enable client tool, client application to receive output from database server. It will enable client application to receive output from database server. So at least one time at the beginning time, execute this and do the rest of your work. Hope you understand how to write a program. One more simple program, very simple program, don't worry, see here. Get employee name of employee ID 7654. This is my target. Where is employee ID? Employee table. Where is employee name? Employee table. From employee table, take the employee name. So employee name coming into program. In the program, we need a variable to hold that name. So we need to start from declare. Tomorrow I will explain same kind of programs. Don't worry. Declare. Variable ename. What type of variable? Varchar2 of 10. One variable declared. Then begin block. In the begin block, we can write assignments, queries, and also outputs. So select ename, that is saved into vename from the table EMP, where employee number is equal to 7654. Now display the output, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. There is a message. Name of employee ID 7654 is, in the next line I want to print the name. In the next line, print the variable value vename and end of your program. Name of employee ID 7654 is Martin. Don't worry, again tomorrow I will start from here. How to write a program I will explain, and then we will move into next step. Don't miss this video and don't miss this logic. Compulsory. For every online process, there is an internal process beyond our web page. Here, what are the points I want to write? DB program receive values from end user. DB program receive values from end user. First statement. Okay, that values saved under variables in the program. Okay, saved under variables, fine. What is the next step? Those values taken by insert command and inserted into a table. This is what happening. From the above program, these are the steps you need to understand. That's all for today, guys. Tomorrow we will continue the rest of the part. Thank you all of you. See you tomorrow.